Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another AM Tuesday.
Hello.
After a week off, I hope you guys didn't miss us too much. As you can tell, we are at the beautiful Spa-Francorchamps circuit in Wallonia, Belgium. It's actually right in between two towns. They're actually called Spa and Francorchamps. So this is actually a super clever name for such a majestic, classic circuit. Andy, can you speak? Actually, you know what? Let me just finish my intro. I'm Kid Better as always. Battling through some technical difficulties here earlier. Had to restart the PlayStation. I couldn't connect to the Twitch, but thankfully we've got that part sorted. But all of a sudden, my co-host Andy Wu, I can no longer hear him. So I'm not entirely sure what happened, but he's been watching the entirety of qualifying. It'd be nice if he could give us a breakdown, but he is not entirely sure what he's up to. Interesting. I'm gonna have to go to the Twitch now. But yeah. So looks like a boot has set the fastest lap so far. That's a 42.6. Trying to get everything situated. It was a bit of a rush, and now we're having more issues. So that's good to see. Sorry for the dead air, everybody. Trying to get Andy patched in. Can anybody actually hear? What the Why am I on? Oh, I did not. Well, I did not realize that I had to. I guess I was just talking to everybody in the lobby there. Yeah, I did not realize what was going on there. Sorry, I was in a bit of a rush after the original original issues, technical issues, trying to get into Twitch at the start of the qualifying session. Anyways, we're here in beautiful Wallonia, Belgium, in between two towns called Spa and Francorchamps, at a circuit cleverly named Spa-Francorchamps. For yet another AM Tuesday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your week off from us, but we are now back and ready to attack the final 7 races of Season 9 here in Contest of Speed. I am Kid and Petter, joined finally, at long last, by Andy Wu.
Guten Tag, or whatever they say in Belgium. Yeah, we're here at one of my favorite circuits. I'd say everybody's favorite track in the world. Great racetrack. Not on this game though. The curbs not fun around here. But other than that, we got a 22 lap race ahead of us. Low tire wear, soft medium is the way to go. If I see a set of hard tires out, I will be sad, disappointed.
Horny?
Any other terrible adjectives. I wouldn't say that much. Got one reserve driver in here, our super sub, Exotic, in the Red Bull this evening. Other than that, we have a couple of additions.
Sorry to hop in here. Lopez has dumped it. I believe that was coming out of Stavilo. He has dumped it there, and he is dead.
Rest in peace, Lopez. But he did rudely interrupt the introduction of our 2 EDA members of got EDA Forward 23 up in P2 at the moment.
Yeah, just set a pretty strong one up there in P2.
I could use a strong one. Honestly, I didn't make it through the stream. But yeah, decent lap there. Both of these guys, he is joined by his teammate in the Alfa Romeo, EDA Gabri?
Gabri. Gabri, yeah. We should just call him Gabri.
I think I'm just gonna go with Gabri. We're gonna drop the D. We gotta save that for later anyways. Yeah, I think that's all the interesting news bits.
Yeah, well, when you guys, I'm gonna have to shoehorn in all the fun facts that you typically talk about in qualifying, since I have about half the time to talk about them. Shout out to Twitch. There's just a wheel chilling in the middle of the on the exit of Stabilo. When you last left us in Austria 2 weeks ago, it was indeed. It was Wing It who was on the top step of the podium. Afterwards, that became Shelly the Turtle's third win of the season. It turns out he was actually forced into a speeding penalty on pit lane, and he gets that 5 seconds removed. That shuffled around the top 5, so it wound up being Shelly, Wing It, Rogue, E. Warren, and Cam Tizzle. That was your top 5 after all that drama and whatnot. Speaking of the man himself, Shelly the Turtle is on a hot lap around Puan into campus. Not sure where this time's going to be. Let's check that timestamp up in the right-hand corner. See if he can get in position. He is 2/10 up on his P6 time. A lot of guys coming out for their last runs here. Super long circuit, obviously. I mean, if you know anything about F1, it's probably I think it's the longest. Yeah, and it takes a while. Only about 3 runs you can get around here in qualifying. So, got to make them count. Shelly's coming to the line here. It's going to be a P3 for Shelly. Pretty solid. Thought we were going to see more guys in the 42s, if I was being completely honest. A boot with a 42-1 is pretty ridiculous for AM2, but you know, we've seen it a few times. Abood's more of a hot lapper. Can't keep the car pointed forward, so we'll have to see if he can avenge that today. E. Warren on a lap. He was heartbroken last week after he found out that he did not actually get that podium, but it was in fact actually on him as the reason why. That is, he was the one that hit Shelly into the pits. So a double-sided sword for him, but he's back, and hopefully gonna show some of that pace yet again. Vamu here on his hot lap around the bus stop, through the line. And that's a P2 42.3. Now, this is some of the biggest field spread that you're going to see. Shout out to all the guys. You have a full grid tonight. 19 full-time drivers, plus iExotic. Baku podium getter. He is reserving in the... Is that a Williams, I believe? Is it a Williams?
No, Red Bull.
No, Red Bull, sorry. You know, would have thought Tin Man would have got a chance after his first podium last night, but, you know, it is what it is. It's very, very good, good to see high attendance here. I was watching last season's race, which Vamu won. Only 14 guys in that race. It was quite sad. Quite sad to watch.
Quite the opposite. I think we had to say no to about 7 or 8 people this evening. Just too many people wanting to race all at the same time. Exotic said yes first, and he was given his seat. So, you know, it's a good problem to have.
Absolutely is, and if you watched the AM3 race last night, it was quite entertaining. 2 safety cars.
Sorry to interrupt. Exotic got on the inside curb of Lake Hom.
Oh! No. And there goes Blade's attempt. He's going to be stuck in the back here. P13. We thought that things were starting to turn around for him. I'm not so sure. Gets on that curb on Puan, the death curb. Luckily, there's a lot of runoff.
everywhere around here. Exotic got on the inside curb of Lake Holm, big no-no there. Inside curb of Huan, big no-no there. Both these inside curbs that Blade's going through now is what we're calling campus, is it?
The right left is campus.
Yeah. Chase NASCAR died in Eau Rouge, and I didn't quite make it ratty on yet. Another death curve there. All around this track. Just don't touch inside curbs.
Yep, it's not a good idea around here. I'm not sure exactly how much time is left. I had to restart my PlayStation and everything in order to get this stream going. Okay, it's over. Yeah, Racing Fan back up in the top 3. We're starting to see. Saw the first crack for Racing Fan. He podiumed in the first 6 races, and then last week or 2 weeks ago in Austria, he DNF'd. So that championship lead is coming down. It's within 1 race now, but he still has quite a firm grip on it. It looks like EDA Forward has backed out of this lap.
Storm jumped up to 13th. Yeah, I think Cheesehead's probably the next one to come to the line. He's 2/10 up on his current time. That put him into the top 10, right around where his teammates at.
Yep, Cheesehead is, there's E. Warren taking the road less traveled. It's actually not a road, just the grass outside of Blanchimont. Cheesehead on for a pretty decent starting position here, I think. Ooh. No, he wants to start. He wants to start on the fresh compound with free choice. Wing It invalidated his final lap, which means that this is your order for le race. Cost bets, by the way, Racing Fan, Vamu, and Abood are favorites, co-favorites at 450. Blade is plus 500, Wing It's plus 550, Shelly's plus 550, Rogue is plus 650, Cheesehead's plus 700, E. Warren's plus 700, ZX is plus 900, and Cam Tizzle's plus 900 as well. The field is plus 1300, which might be a good bet with EDA Forward up there in P4. Over-under on the safety cars is 2, and finishers is 13.5. So, you've seen a lot of chaotic races through the first 3 EU4, AM3, EU3, now AM2. Let's see if it gets a little calmer. We've had at least 2 safety cars in every race, including EU4, which had 5. Not very fun watch that one. That kind of sucked. So hopefully it's not like that here today. However, you never know what Spa's going to throw at you. Thankfully, no rain this time.
Yeah, we got lucky. The rain, it's kind of spotty all through this week. I think the Europeans are going to get most of it, though. Got a nice sunny race. Yes, sunny start to the race. A little bit of cloud cover as we move on into towards the end of it. But yeah, I think with the high chance of death around here, we're going to see at least one safety car of someone eating a barrier that probably mocked.
Yeah, it's definitely entirely possible, and I think Eau Rouge is most likely going to be the culprit of 1 or 2 cars eaten. Looks like the comment section's popping off. Shout out to everybody. Shelly was trying to help us figure out the technical difficulties earlier. It turns out that I did not join the party once I switched back to the CosComs account, which kind of silly, but there's a lot of things going on at the same time. Brendan, that's Texas Okie. He says, even though Racing Fan didn't support me, he's going to support him. He was trashing Texas Okie in the comments of the AM3 race last night. Jay Steinberg, I believe that is Steinberg from AM3, said he's supporting Racing Fan. Cam Tizzle says, in my opinion, getting a 142 is insane here. Oh. Some guys almost got to a 141. That was actually, by the way, faster than the EU3 time. Yeah, everybody's having fun. Hopefully everybody's settled in And for the next 45 minutes or so, we should have a pretty exciting race on our hands from Belgium. Leading the pack is everyone's favorite Lebanese. It is TTG Aboud on pole. He's co-favorited in cost bets this week. See if he can finish this one out. Vamu Nubel is right behind him. Vamu P3 in the championship, but he is quite a ways off of this man. Racing Fan, who has about 60 points on him. He is currently leading the way with 102.5 points. EDA Ford in his debut, pretty strong starting position for him in P4. We'll see how he gets on. Shelly the Turtle, coming off of his third win of the season. He has the most wins this year by one race. Vamu has 2 wins. Shelly has 3. But he is going to be starting P5. E. Warren almost got his maiden podium last week. Unfortunately, it was not to be. And he is starting P6. Captain Rogan P7 got his first podium of the year last week, or 2 weeks ago. Wing It got his second podium of the season 2 weeks ago in Austria. Insight starts P9. He is now full-time in that Mercedes, remember. Cam Tizzle in P10, and then it gets interesting. EDA Gabry, he is on his debut for Alfa Romeo. Whole new squad there. Hopefully for the rest of the season. He's going to be the first one starting on mediums in P11. She's heading 12. We saw him back out of his final lap. Final hot lap in qualifying. Deathstorm in P13. Ecos Blade. Another disappointing qualifying. Been a bit of a theme for him this season. He'll be starting in P14 on the mediums. Chase NASCAR in 15th. His teammate Raptors in 16th. Harris Plex also on the mediums. He'll be in 17th. iExotic in 18th. Lopez, we saw him get checked and cleared from the medical center just before this race after that gigantic impact he had with the Armco coming out of Stavolo earlier. ZX is going to be rounding up the field in P20. A lot of work to do for the Haas boys this evening.
Yeah, I don't think ZX will be doing this. We never really get this far into the. Oh man, I was gonna say let it keep going. We never get this far.
That is.
A lot of information.
That was 2.5. That was 2.5 minutes of formation lap flutophone.
Yeah, that's longer than you've ever lasted.
That's why we're presented by Roman Wipes here at Contest of Speed. Let's get this show on the road. Any last-second predictions? You got a booed.
Yeah, hey, I was happy with my pre-qualifying prediction of a booed. Blew pretty much everyone out the water. But, you know, the 2 hot lappers are up front, so anything can happen.
We got 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are off from Belgium. Let's see what kind of starts to get a short rundown into the source. Always tricky. 3 wide back there, 4 wide. There's a Red Bull super late on the brakes. That is Shelly the Turtle. Got multiple guys running wide. Looks like everybody got through pretty clean though. And let's see him try to filter out before a Rouge. I think everybody's through. All right.
No, made a blade on the cold mediums, kind of slid going up the hill, but he kept it out the wall. He's all good, still going.
Yep, these boys are really getting after it back here. This is quite a battle pack. Insight up into P7. EDA Ford's lost 2 spots. He was the first man to run wide out of the source. And looks like Shelly the Turtle, that was a bold move from him. He made a 4 wide, made a dive bomb, got it stopped on the apex, and there he is in P3 as a result. Back through the field.
Yeah, usually you don't see the dive bombs on the inside of the first corner work around here on the first lap. They did make it work. Somehow got enough momentum out of the corner to hold on to it.
Yeah, it takes 2 to tango. It was good reaction. I think it was EDA Forward who ran outside because he knew that they probably weren't all going to fit through there. So good on him to try to survive. Wing It trying to survive as he gets up on the curb. Like Tony Hawk doing a 50-50 grind there out of Stavolo. He's currently in P9. These guys have all held quarters. Cheesehead's up one spot. And looks like Lopez is struggling back here. Is ZX actually racing? I think he is.
He might have got back in. I tried to, but I think it's easy.
No. Well, his AI's doing a pretty good job. Deathstorm Pitts looks like he was the only one to pick up at least significant damage on that first lap. Overall, pretty clean stuff from everyone.
He's not even missing an inflate or anything. So.
Is this a strategy goal?
Yeah, no, he's definitely changing his swing, but he's not listening.
Gonna throw on the mediums. The mediums do last quite a while around here. So we have our first yellow.
Lopez and Arouge. Just a spin though. Kept out the wall.
Good on him to keep it out of the wall. Let's pick back up to the front. Abood has really bounced. 1.5 seconds here. 1.5 laps through the race. Shelly the Turtle struggling to keep on the back of Vama Nubel as well. Looks like that's about to be a second. After that, it's a gigantic DRS train all the way back to Cheesehead and P11. So once those rear wings open up, I think we're going to see some fireworks out of this group.
Yep, EDA Forward was able to get around Captain Road down the main straight that lap without DRS, so yeah, and a low downforce setup there for the
Yep, Vama really has to. He's doing a good job. He's clawing a little bit back here, 1.3 seconds. But it is imperative to be in DRS around here. So overpowered down the Kimmel Straight, out of Eau Rouge into Lacombe. Very necessary as Wingit makes a move on E. Warren at the bus stop.
Yeah, E. Warren could have defended a little bit better there, but I think discretion is the better part of valor. That's a kid there for you. It just biding his time. Not going to win the race on that.
Indeed. Up Eau Rouge we go one more time, and everybody's getting stuck in here. Let's watch these rear wings open up a little bit. Cheesehead making a move on his teammate. We've seen these two get into it a couple times this season. No quarters really given in the AlphaTauri camp.
Oh, Wingit.
Oh, and Wingit has lost it. That is, I wonder if he just got the curb there. Oh, and that's Blade. Whoa. That was Harrisplex in Blade. We saw the end of that from Wingit.
Oh, he is missing his left front wheel. How did it pop off?
It was coming off. It was Harris, I believe it was Harris, and Electric Blade. I was looking on board with Wingit after he spun, and Harris and Blade just came into frame. They were already together prior to taking Lacombe. So I don't know exactly how that happened. Maybe there was some kind of movement in the braking zone, but that is yet another disappointing week for Blade. Was not expecting that whatsoever. I wonder if someone hit someone else, like maybe they thought it was a normal safety car. I don't know. We'll have to hear from Blade. I'm sure he'll be cursing up a storm in the comments section pretty soon. Either way. Abood has gotten a humongous jump due to that VSC, 2.5 seconds. He's gained over a second just from that. Caught Vamu sleeping a little bit.
We ain't gotta watch him while he's down.
Yeah. Lopez appears to be down bad at the moment, as the kids say.
We have a gap in the DRS here. EDA Forward got a not great run out of the first corner. Yeah, he lost DRS with that top four. Down this whole straight, he's going to be losing loads of time.
Oh, shit. Vama must have lost it a little bit up Eau Rouge or something. These guys were about a second apart earlier, as Vama runs wide out of Malmedy into Bruxelles, into the corner with no name. But Shelly looking pretty feisty here, and that's going to give Abood another second advantage. Your bet's looking pretty solid right now, I'm not going to lie.
Knock on wood. Very easy to lose it around here, but kind of got that top second through six pack, all right there together now with Shelly and Vamu going at it. They kind of condensed right out, but there's another battle pack behind them led by Nissan, the Mercedes. But say it's a one-horse race followed by 2 packs of every other horse. Oh boy, man, these guys are washing out Establo. They're heading straight for that wall. But no fear, you can't lift where all your time is gone.
Yeah, this is allowed Racing Fan, EDA Forward, and Captain Rogue all a chance to get back in here. Vamu Pit, I think his tires were done already. And this is going to be interesting from Vamu, what he chooses here in the pits. Because if he's only getting 5 laps out of these softs, I don't think he's going to be able to get to the end on the mediums. But it's going to have to be the mediums, and we're just going to have to see what happens here. He might need a safety car in order to truly contend for this race. Meanwhile, Abood up front, over 4 seconds of a gap now, as we have a slipstream party. EDA Forward on Racing Fan on Shelly the Turtle. Captain Rogue is behind him. Harrisplex is Sector 1. I think Harrisplex might have... Yeah, he dropped it out of Eau Rouge. Oh boy, that's tight. Oh, goodness. That is very tight. Meanwhile, these two Aston Martins, they've just been out here vibing together. Oh my god! I don't know what Raptors is doing there. That's not a particularly good look. I think he just tried to take out his teammate. I'm not sure what.
Did not look at it.
Not entirely sure what happened there. Anyways, back to more happy things. Racing Fan gets a terrible exit, and I think EDA Forward, we're gonna see these guys go side by side through Blanchimont.
Oh, we got a drag race.
Oh, it's tight. Oh, it's tight. Yep, the momentum's going to wear out. EDA Ford is now in a podium position. Let's see if Captain Rogue's going to lob it up the outside here. Misses his braking point, but he's going to have the inside line for the second part of the bus stop. Oh, man, that's close. Now I think Captain Rogue's going to have to back off until the Kimmel Straight at least. But EDA Ford looking pretty sturdy here. He's getting sturdy with it.
He is getting sturdy, and I think he's going to have a great run here on Shelly, going down the Kimmel Straight to Lake Palm. See if the Ferrari can make a move on the iron as well, but there's that Alfa Romeo not burning any ERS, so yeah, content with sticking behind the
Yep. Honestly, this might be the way to go if you guys want to catch Abood without the need for safety car. Maybe just stay in a line here. They all 4 of them.
They're not catching Abood.
No. You know, I'm trying to sell a product here. Okay. We got some comments.
Oh, we got someone around.
Oh.
It's Cam Tizzle.
Oh.
Out of no name.
Oh, that's a sketchy spot to be in. There goes Vamu. Not what he was looking for. Electric.
Oh, we got Raptors out of Lake Hall, or out of the first corner. It looks like. We'll see if Lopez can get around to him, but a VSC is out.
Second VSC of the day. Honestly, I'm not. Lopez is actually going to be pitting. So. Yoinks. Yoinks.
These top guys pit with this VSC. Oh yeah, Boot is coming in.
Yep, there's a Boot. I think this is a good timed VSC. Ideally, you'd probably want to pit somewhere between 7 and 9, and Wing gets a drive-through penalty. Oh man, this is just going from bad to worse for him. Electric Blade says Raptors is talentless. He flat out took me out because he's blind. So it looks like there might be a little. Yeah, the stewards will be studying the goings on here, I think, in about an hour or so into tomorrow. Abood is going to come out in P6. Doesn't lose too much time, but he is going to fall prey to D. Gabry, who is already on 6-lap-old mediums.
We got Warren and Cheesehead battling it out here. Relay Tom.
Ooh, Warren picks up a 3-second.
A little bit of wheel banging there, but I mean that was pretty neat and tidy between the two there. Mood, he needs to get around this Alfa Romeo who's playing the ultimate team game at the moment. His teammate stayed out. He needs all the time he can get here.
Yep.
Try to get around the Mood.
Yeah, I didn't even think of it like that, but I'm assuming based on their names that these guys are pretty familiar with each other, and maybe even, you know, it's 2016. They might even be intimate with each other. I'm not sure. But
intimate with the barrier at Radion. And Harris is going to join him. Oh my goodness! How is he not out of this race? Oh, he is.
Harris is gone. Yeah, we only caught the end of that. And that is going to be a safety car. They have seppuku'd one another. Harris, Plex, and Wing It entering whatever is beyond this life. They're entering that together. EDA Ford will be pitting under safety car, and you know what, that team game might pay off. We'll have to see where he comes out. Cole is cool. I'm not sure who that is. He says not a big fan of Raptors. Yeah, it seems like Raptors is kind of stirring the pot out there this evening.
I think Lopez, he's been flirting with the leaders here. He might be able to just get out, and he keeps his lap. He is on the late lap, so we'll have an extended safety car here, waiting for our favorite Dominican to make his way back to the tail end of the pack. But boy, he made it.
Team game yet again coming through for Alfa Romeo. D. Gabry, he stayed out, and EDA Forward has jumped both Abood and Von Manubel in that pit stop cycle. Insight.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, and Insight, where did he come from? He is now in the top 5 on those medium compound tires, as is pretty much everyone else. E. Warren, P6, Cheesehead in 7th, iExotic in 8th, Rogues in 9th, and Racing Fan. You really lost out during that entire safety car sequence. He's going to be down there in 10th. Same with Shelley. He's in 11th. So that couldn't have come out at a worse time for those two. Yeah, they've dropped from the top.
Well, yeah, all three of those guys just dropped out of that top little 6 that pulled away to the back half of the top 10. We got 2 guys on hards. One of them, you know, isn't here, so yeah, it's okay. But it's Chase NASCAR.
Chase NASCAR, not a fan.
Come on, man. Hopefully boxes with something. Mediums. We can hope.
Jay Steinberg says, Racing Fan with a costly pit road mistake that will force him on a recovery drive. What a tragedy. Worst tragedy to happen at Spa in the last decade.
Yeah. I definitely think
it's close.
Race somewhere along the ways may top that one. But,
you know, we've still never forgiven Giuliano Alesi.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't. He took my favorite American's legs away. Hard.
Yeah, hard to do. Cam Tizzle says he has minor rear wing damage, I'm assuming, from that early spin. Oof. A lot of fast corners. A lot of fast corners around here. I don't know if you want a damaged rear wing, but nonetheless, we're gonna go for at least another lap. I believe Lopez is caught up to the. Oh, he hasn't.
He's in no game.
Oh, good lord, he is far behind.
We got a little bit.
He had a lot of time to go. Shout out to her. I actually don't. I did not. I totally lost track of time today. I typically would, but I really didn't. I kind of like, you know, I had to practice for a little bit. That kind of surprised me. And then I had to, you know, jot down all my notes. I was kind of, you know, eventually just ran out of time. Electric Blade, he is subscribed to Tier 1, so shout out to Electric. It's the 7th consecutive month. He's helping pay for our $25 Chili's gift cards. Oh yeah, it's just me. He also says boo. He is attached to boo, so I don't think he's too thrilled with what's happening.
I'm mad. Here, take my subscription. We take it. We thank you. Thank you for. Do we thank him for his service? I feel like that's a little tasteless. Considering service levels.
I don't know. I mean, it's a good question. We get into some gray area there. I guess I can go through the Drivers' Championship here real quick. So we didn't get to do that in qualifying. Racing Fan is leading with 102.5. Shelly's in second with 81. Vamu's in third with 48.5. Then it gets kind of interesting. Electric on 44, Wing It on 43, Cheesehead on 38, Rogue on 36, E. Warren on 36, ZX on 34, Cam on 33, and P10. So from P3 to P10, very tight. Deathstorm not too far behind on 26. Then you have a Boot on 12. Remember, he took a very long... He missed like 4 or 5 races there while he was observing Ramadan. Chase NASCAR has 9 points in 13th. Harris has 6.5 in 14th. And Insight rounds out the top 15 with 3. Constructors, it is McLaren leading, as you might imagine, 119 to Red Bull's 94. AlphaTauri on 89. Ferrari on 85. Haas on 78. Then Williams and Alpine on 62 and 52, respectively. Alfa Romeo looking like they have a couple of new drivers. They might be able to move up from P8. They have 41 points. Speaking of them, this will be EDA Forward's restart. It's going pretty fast. I want to slow down.
Giving a chance for the safety car to get away, not bunch him up too much. Now he is, as I say so. Usually you'll see people crawling around here. Some people try to get a jump right about now, but I think he's... Oh, there he goes.
There he goes. And behind him, it's a Bood trying to take evasive action to get around D. Gabry. He's going to have to get him here into Lacombe, otherwise, EDA Forward... You might be able to run away with it for a little bit. Abood, obviously in such control of this race until that first pit stop. Pit stops have been kind to the McLarens this evening.
Yep, not this race at least. Gotta watch out for cold tires here. Don't want to lose it up a tricky Rouge and Radion. But here's Abood burning that ERS. I don't think he's gonna get this done. He's gonna try
around the outside. That is a great move from Abood.
Yep, yeah, he put a lot of faith in Gabry there, and he definitely repaid it. Very clean racing there from both the guys. A great move and a race deciding move, I'd have to say, from Abood.
He had to get that done. He had to get that done ASAP in order to stay in contact with EDA Forward. Nonetheless, he still has 2.3 seconds of an advantage over P2. That might be enough to keep him out of DRS for a little while. For the back, much like the start, we're seeing everyone pretty much outside of the top 3, or top 4. They're all bunched up. D. Gabry.
We got Rogue around.
Oh, no Rogue.
It definitely got on the inside curve through cameras.
Yep, that is an easy thing to do. It's an easy thing to do. Now it's up to Vamu. He's got to get past D. Gabry. D. Gabry playing just a great teammate role this evening, must be said. Probably pretty frustrating for everybody else. He's already on the edge of ERS. He's burning that.
He used his deployment for the lap, so he still has about 60% left. But he has to wait until he crosses the line. Now he'll start using it.
Vamu should be able to have a run, fresher mediums, but even then, Vamu's 5-lap-old mediums are a lot older than pretty much everybody else's in the field.
Look a little bit further back, we got the Red Bulls and the McLaren Racing Fan going at it. Racing Fan playing the championship game, backing out a little bit before a Rouge. Exotic running wide.
Yeah, I think he caught a little bit of oversteer at the crest of that hill. That's going to give Racing Fan an opportunity. Let's see if Shelly forces the issue on his teammate. Exotic's going to be out of sorts here. Through Lake Home into Malmedy, into Bruxelles. He's not going to do it, but these are the top two in the championship. Racing Fan and Shelly. Vamu, of note, did not get past D. Gabry there on the main straight. I wonder how much downforce Vamu's run had. Bet it's pretty low. We've seen him get a little squirrely, I think, up Eau Rouge a couple times. Might have happened again, but now Insight's all over the back of this.
Everybody in the field is on the back of this, I'd say, all the way back down to both the Red Bulls. Nosed it daily. From 3rd to 10th here. Less than half a second between all these cars. Oh man, Vamu's pushing them through the Stabilo.
Oh boy, we are going to have a race down here. Insight wants to get through this mess as well.
Who uses the button to the bus stop? Insight might get them both here. Not quite.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and that's going to get... And E. Warren, where's he coming from? He was waiting for someone to do something. And now look at him. He's making a move on Vamu for P4. He wants a podium. Oh, Insight. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness. This is crazy.
Vamu somehow holds on to P4. I don't think he's going to be able to do this for very long, though.
Well, yeah, now Gabry's gone.
Oh!
Oh! Here comes Insight. He's got nowhere to go. E. Warren gave him just enough room. All three of these guys got DRS and they offer a Mayo.
Oh my god, is that E. Warren? Is he going to try to make a move down to underneath?
That was Insight with a send around the outside of Vamu there. What a move. Oh, but here comes Vamu back on him into Bruxelles.
Oh!
Whoa, the Mercedes outbraked himself a little bit.
Well, there might have been a little bit of contact from Vamu. We know he's got the third world country internet.
I'd say D. Gabry is playing the greatest teammate game I've ever seen in my life, because he's pretty much guaranteed his teammate in the podium.
Yep.
It's P2 at worst here.
Yeah, this
the entire
is...
field in the train. All the way back down to the
14! The only people not involved in this train are are ZX, who is an AI, and Rogue, who lost it a couple of laps ago. Everybody else is currently in this train somewhere. Yarno truly is smiling.
He wore a Racing Fan into Blanchimont. Oh, Racing! Oh man!
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh, bounce back onto the track. You see damage flying all over the place. People hitting stuff, but thankfully not the car itself. E. Warren was having such a promising day, but we saw this with BK last night. It's really not worth it to go side by side through Blanchimont.
No, and Racing Fan, he lifted earlier in the race in a situation very similar to that. The car on the inside, usually you'd want the inside for a corner like that. Not Blanchimont. High speed corner, you want the outside. Carry the speed through there. Oh no, Road sped under the safety car. But during all that melee, Vamu snuck into the pits, but he's not really going to get too big of an advantage here because everyone else, the leaders, have passed the safety car, so they are all still under the delta. Whew, I gotta catch my breath.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
Someone was always going to end up losing it. They were way too packed up. Stuff was going to happen. But it actually does give D. Gabry, the man who was packing everything up, he had a free pit stop there, I think. Or no, did he? No, he didn't.
Yeah, he'll get a free pit stop. Everyone's still under the delta.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'm interested to see how many of these medium guys who will dive in for the softs. Vamu did it immediately. Him and Exotic have already hit for a new set of softs.
It's probably smart.
I think it's the call. I think that's the right call.
Yeah.
Gabry will benefit the most from that if everyone does come in for softs, but I think I'm pitting if I'm the leaders team.
E. Warren in the comments saying it was bound to happen. Yeah, I think.
Yep.
Sometimes you're the fist, and other times you are the small intestine.
Forward doesn't pit. Booed. I would do the opposite. Oh man.
Oh.
They both stay out. You know Gabry's pitting. Insight pits. Racing Fan stays out.
Okay.
Shelly pits. Cheesehead, Chase NASCAR stay out. Cam Tizzle, Deathstorm. Okay, so I think that's everyone else staying out.
I think enough people have stayed out to actually make that soft strategy obsolete.
I wouldn't say obsolete, but I think it makes staying out viable. Yeah, I mean that's going to be a tough ask for Vamu.
Vamu P9.
Vamu's got to be under the Delta because
he gets D Gabry. That's good for him. So does Exotic, who.
Nope, Exotic did not.
He's gonna be.
That was close.
He's gonna be punching balls at that. That was really tight. But D Gabry does come out in P10.
Man, so the field is a 50-50 split just about between staying out and not. We still got Chase NASCAR in the middle of that on cards. I don't know how he hasn't ate a wall yet on those tires, but we got the two McLarens chomping at the bit, I'm guessing, to lead this race, get out of the melee in the back. They got the Alfa Romeo in front of them. Pit strategy has worked out so far for those guys.
Man, there's been so much going on in this race. I haven't had a chance to really slam beer. So if you want to just keep talking, I'm gonna chug this for about 15 seconds.
Yeah, you got it. Okay. Let's see. Looking through the strategies, I guess the strategies already covered. We got some penalties to look at though. Cheesehead has 3 seconds. Gabry has 3 seconds. Insight has 3 seconds. Chase NASCAR on the hards. I don't think he's going to be too much of a factor towards the end of this race. 6 seconds of time penalties. 9 seconds for Lopez. And Captain Rogue does have a drive. I don't have warnings because Vamu Nubel, who set up tasks for this race, forgot to send it to me.
It's been a bad week to be. It's been a bad week to be Tebow because they didn't have it for the EU3 race either.
Well, we have it. It's just I can't look at it.
Well,
but,
you just can't
the stat
access
guys
it.
will get it. Yeah, Tebow will be happy. Don't yell at me in French.
Cam Tizzle says the rear wing isn't giving him too much trouble, thankfully. So that's good news as he is filtered back up to P6. Is forward gone already? That was early from forward. Boot out breaks himself trying to catch up. But we did see at the end, before that safety car, Boot had gotten it down to about a second. So he was able to close that gap. I think we're going to have a straight up dogfight on our hands here between these two.
I'd say 3, Racing Fan.
Oh, true.
Marched his way back through the field. He was P10 at the beginning of that last safety car restart. P3 now with all the pit stops.
Yep, I'm gonna be on Cheesehead here to stick with this group, but honestly, I mean, I think that Forward and Abood and maybe Vamu are just the quickest 3 right now on track.
Gabry on Lopez for P9, making them soft.
Yeah, things are getting extremely hectic. That's iExotic. I don't think Lopez expected another guy to come up his inside. iExotic's able to make it stick on those fresh softs.
Oh, Insight kind of squeezes out Lopez as well. Oh man, Lopez just got bullied by all those guys in pit.
They're coming in force.
Yep.
These five soft guys, they're coming in force.
They are coming hard.
They're coming fast.
They are coming.
They're
now,
coming.
Vamu though has a little stopgap in Deathstorm on the mediums.
Who's that? Is that Insight? Insight. Oh, Insight and Lopez.
I don't know if that was an Insight spin that collected Lopez. I'd say that's probably most likely.
Yeah, maybe we saw Lopez getting bullied. He's not going to be too thrilled, I don't think, because that's D Gabry and Deathstorm now going after it.
You can see Vamu ahead of him, going for a move around the outside of Camp Tizzle.
Ooh, D Gabry's not going to be able to make that stick, and I think, is that iExotic's going to be able to get around?
Exotic. I think Gabry is burning all of his ERS, but I guess there's not too many laps left.
Yep, Vamu did get that move. Vamu did get the move done on Cam Tizzle. He is now free to chase NASCAR, who is in P5 struggling on those hards. But it honestly looks like, it might pay off for him. At least you get a couple of points here with that track position. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, I didn't think of that. Yeah, well, I guess I understand why I didn't come in.
The strategy call has worked out for him. But yeah, the penalties are going to be a killer.
You can see Vamu really wanted to force it into Bruxelles. He's going to find a bit of a gap. Yeah, and that grip level is just ridiculous. Vamu is slicing back through this field into P5. 2.5 seconds behind Cheesehead on those medium tires. These guys are doing a good job to all stay within DRS.
Cheesehead, forward's not dropping any of these guys. They're all hanging within the DRS.
Whoa, Chase, whoa!
But this is the prove it lap. You gotta stay within DRS, within a second of the car in front of you, or you will be dropped.
Chase NASCAR through Blanchimont is the little white girl sitting on a couch. Right now. It's gonna be D. Gabry going first around the outside. D. Gabry again breaks himself, and that stalls out everything. Hopefully,
Shelley's around his outside.
Hopefully, Exotic didn't pick up any wing damage. I think he tagged the back of his teammate as everybody just kind of stalled out. Now D. Gabry going again.
Oh, they're 3 wide.
Oh, they're 3 wide, and that's gonna just be bully.
Oh, Chase NASCAR had to get back on the track.
Yeah, D. Gabry had to back out of that. Otherwise, we would have had a very large disaster.
Yeah, but Chase NASCAR really stalled out. The other 3 soft guys progress. Vamu has escaped everyone, but those other 3 are starting to get some momentum back and claw their way up towards the podium positions. But those top 4 are kind of skedaddled a little bit.
Whoa, what the These Red Bulls are just absolutely going insane. We're on board with Exotic, and Shelly just lobs one up the inside of Bruxelles. Cam Tissel picks up a 3-second time penalty. These are going to come into play at the end. I don't think these guys are going to get too far away from each other, but we do see a 3-second gap now. Cam Tissel behind Vamu Nubel. So far, Shelly's keeping clean back here. He might be able to gain the most out of this, but up front, EDA Ford's dropped a boot from DRS, 1.2 seconds. So it's not exactly anything too crazy, but really good showing from him so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a boot is running a lower downforce setup. He loses a lot of time to the Alfa Romeo through the first couple, through the middle sector, but he gains it all back down the long straights. It was close on. I don't think he did not get DRS for this main straight, so we'll see if I guess he's a bit of a gap in his teammate.
Nope.
But all these guys are out of DRS. Vamu hoarding it a little bit at 40%, but top 4 all about 10% less.
Yeah, indeed.
Shelly on Cam Tizzle for P6. Whoa, we lost it! Oh, he's out! Oh,
and that's gonna collect his teammate as well.
Whoa,
because I was, man, and I was trying to. Oh, and Insight's just.
Yep, take it easy there, bud.
Yeah, I was trying to get a good camera angle on that. Couldn't quite. Didn't see exactly what happened. Oh, shh! Alright, next. Now it's going to be Lopez. Okay, that'll.
He got a 5-second. What? Okay.
Oh, Lopez! No, ZX! This is going to be This is going to be a green-white checker. The under has hit on finishers.
Oh my goodness. Lopez is still in the race.
Yeah, I didn't see Captain Rogue pick. He gets another drive-through.
He's gotten like 4 drive-throughs.
Captain Rogue, I don't see much damage on either one of these guys. But yeah, you got to be cognizant there without ghosting.
Yep.
And Abood is pitting. As is Racing Fan. They're gonna double stack. This is gonna open it up for Vamu Nubel.
That's a terrible call.
God, and the fact that they both did it as well. I don't know what they're doing here.
Yeah, this isn't it, Chief.
Look at all, and then all these guys followed. Deathstorm, iExotic, Chase NASCAR. Well, he had to get off those hards. I don't blame him for that. But these guys have all kind of followed them in there.
A couple of them had damage, but I mean that is a pure strategy move from a Abood Racing Fan and Deathstorm. We know Exotic had damage. Insight, he spun earlier. I mean, that kind of gets him back into it at 7. But now the penalties are going to be really important. There's not going to be a 3-second gap formed unless there is an incident of some sort, maybe a half spin creates a bit of a gap. But other than that, you're going to really need to be clean if you want to shot at the podium here.
Yep. Right
now that's Forward, who's in the lead. Vamu, P3 on the soft tires. Abood in P6, he's clean. And then his McLaren teammate in 8, Racing also clean up.
You know, I'm not sure if that was a factor in their decision to pit there, but you know, I mean, it does kind of make sense. They're going to be on the freshest tires. Everybody else has penalties. Everybody's going to be bunched up. But I just feel like that's, especially for Abood, I think he just threw away a possible race win doing that.
Yeah, I think, you know, having track position P2, yeah, I mean, you're clean on penalties. You pretty much give up the best seat in the house because ERS trains, it's hard to pass unless you got some sort of tire advantage, and these guys aren't really going to have a tire advantage on the guys around them. 4 laps on softs isn't really too much.
Well, you got to think back. I mean, for Vamu, he pit on lap 5 of the race to get off of his softs. He is now on lap 5 of these softs. So, lighter fuel load, but we'll see if that. I mean, that could play a factor here.
I think we're going another lap here.
Yeah,
well,
this is.
I think that hurts the soft guys that just.
No, it absolutely does. This is this is going to be a green-white checkered, brought to you by new sponsor, Track Racer. You can check them out, trackracer.com. NordVPN, as always. Just in case, you know, you're trying to peruse the internet in peace. You know what I'm saying? You know, bestiality. Fanatec, of course, longtime sponsor as well. And who could forget Sim Labs? You know, I want to give a shout out to Cheesehead. Cheesehead's kind of been anonymous the past few weeks. He had that one podium. But he finds himself in P2. That's obviously probably going to change with the penalty situation. But strong drive, quiet drive, nonetheless. Want to give him a little recognition.
I'd say I think one of these guys with 3 seconds in time penalties will end up on the podium.
Yeah,
that's my crazy prediction with 2 laps here. We got 4 guys that are clean. I don't think all 4 of them are going to finish in.
Yeah, Shelly says he's got his teammate who's reserving, fighting me like it's the last race.
You driving pretty hard there.
Yeah, I couldn't get a good angle on what exactly happened, so I'm gonna refrain from comment. But it looked like they were both going at it pretty hard.
Well, it was actually Shelly who spun on the inside of Camp Chisholm.
Oh.
It's his ultimate undoing.
Well,
I think that was just a bit of impatience there from the Turtle Man. It's a bit ironic. Yeah, he's kind of been clawing his way back to Racing Fan, but
yeah.
Can't make mistakes like that.
1 week's all it takes. You know, unfortunately, this could end up being a bit of a repeat, like last season, where Mitch Burns just consistently finished and essentially pointed his way to a pretty demanding championship victory over Vamu Nubel. EDA forward 23 for the third time tonight will be leading the boys back to green, and this time there's only 2 laps left. So fireworks expected. This is going to be some of the best racing we see all season. I am very confident in that around this track here at Spa. No DRS will be available, and EDA, he's going to go, forward's gone again early. Cheesehead this time kind of caught on. You know, Vamu's got to get this move done on Cheese immediately. Oh, I thought Cheesehead lost it there. He was actually just warming his tires.
Abood did. Wait, no, Abood's getting a jump on Gabri, and that's the battle of the soft guys. Gabri squeezes him out, and that's costing both those guys time.
Up the hill forward now has a 1 second advantage. Cheesehead, you see him sparking the track as they crest. There's about 9 stories at Eau Rouge. And Vamu Nubel's nowhere close. Abood now, and that's inside behind these two. That is the second time we've seen that. Incredible moves from Abood. Oh no, that's D. Gabri. D. Gabri made contact with Insight there. We caught it all in the helicopter cam. Shout out to the...
Oh, beautiful shot.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that just ran out of room on the exit of Malmedy there.
Boy.
Just a racing incident, but you feel bad for D. Gabri, who's had a great race so far, being a team player. Doesn't look like he's going to be scoring any points now. Up front a little bit, Rogue and Death Storm actually going side by side out of Poulan. Lopez looking to finish in the points. He is
15 seconds to top the most, but he's going.
He's going. He's going. And speaking of going, it's going to be Abood right here on Cam Tizzle. Blanchimont around the outside. There's no time to waste. Here, I think Vamu's doing the same thing. Into the bus stop. Yep, he's going to be able to get that move done. Vamu now moves on track into P2. See if Abood can do the same quickly. The final lap has started from Spa-Francorchamps. EDA forward on debut is leading, and Abood with another overtake. This has just been a masterclass from Abood today. Dive bomb into the source. She's had no chance to respond to that.
Yep, great move from Abood. Fully committed, yet Gabri calls it quits in the pits after he realizes he's not going to get a point. But I think he did his part. As long as forward, keeps the car pointed forward, he's got this one in the bag. Yes, it would. Vamu and Abood, you're really seeing the difference on those tires now. Oh, he's gonna send. He's gonna send on Vamu Nubel. That was, oh boy, yep, I don't, we'll have to see that later, but it is the last race, or last lap of the race, so, maybe all is fair in this situation. Abood there's another lap in this race. I think he gets forward. Look at how he is absolutely flying right now. Yeah, forward's got enough ERS to pretty much combat any move from our Lebanese driver, but yeah, comeback drive right there. Ooh. Cam Tizzle just about lost it on the exit of Stavilo. That'll give Racing Fan another spot on track. He'll more than likely end up finishing P4 regardless. We'll see how the penalties play out. EDA forwards into the bus stop, and on debut here in Belgium, EDA forward takes an unlikely victory. Oh, is Cam loses it? Oh, Cam loses it on the exit of the bus stop. 22nd time penalty for Captain Rogue.
who did not.
Drops out the points.
He's going to drop out of the points. The only 11 left this evening. That was quite a barn burner. Race of the year candidate for sure. 3 safety cars. Lopez wound up finishing 9th, I think.
What? How did he?
Who knows? Who knows? Hopefully everybody at home enjoyed that. That was something.
I mean, I'm lost. That crazy final restart there. You said it. Gonna be the race of the season. Coming to the line there. I think it was every bit of that. We'll probably ask both of these our podium getters and to move into what was that? What is that called? Bruxelles?
Yeah, Bruxelles. Yeah, we'll see if hopefully Abood joins. I'm not sure who you would consider driver of the day. If one of these guys doesn't join, we can get like Racing Fan in here or something. He was all over the place today. EDA Forward wins in Belgium on debut, as I mentioned about a minute ago. Abood finishes P2, his first podium of the season. Vamu Nubel will finish a strong P3, but I think that would have been hoping for a win tonight. I'm not sure. Not sure if those guys are going to get along. Racing Fan, Insight, Cheesehead, Cam, Chase NASCAR, Deathstorm, and Lopez round out the points. Captain Rogue, D. Gabry, iExotic, ZX, Shelley, E. Warren, Harris, Plex, Electric Blade. There's a couple more that I missed, but you get the point. Absolute electricity out of this race. One of the best we'll have this season here in AM2. A lot of people are going to be mad. I think a few people are going to be happy, at least, and we're about to talk to those guys. Oh man, I don't know don't know how to describe it, but I think I've spent enough words. Let's go check out the machine of Vamu Nubel.
We'll see if any of these guys want to come talk to us. There's one.
There's one. Vamu usually talks to us, right?
Usually. I think I added the right EDA guy. I did. Got 2. Alright. Who else have we missed? Vamu. Come on, Vamu. There he is. Alright. You know, be nice. Alright. You know, I'm gonna start this interview by saying I don't want no bad mouthing. Alright. But we are gonna talk about the spicy incident there. Final lap. Vamu, you came up a little short end of the stick there out of that incident. What's your take on it?
What? Excuse me, I wasn't hearing.
Oh, come on. Oh, all right. Well, yeah, I wanted to start off this interview by saying no bad mouthing. All right, you know, I don't want to hear it.
No.
I'll save that for later.
I'm
but
not in Spanish though.
Congratulations on P3. Came up a little bit short on that last lap incident between you and Abood. What's your take on that?
Like, I knew he was going to send it, so I closed the door before the turn, and he just still went for it and pushed me and went for the move. So yeah, that's racing.
Yeah, fair enough. Short, simple, to the point. Had a crazy strategy race there. You pit during, I don't know, what was it, the third safety car? There was like 6 laps to go for softs.
Yeah.
When you saw everyone else dive in for softs, did you think about pitting, or were you just committed to staying out there?
No, I was like staying out. I'm lucky the safety car came out just as I was on pit entry. And
Yep,
made me gain 2 places.
Were your tires struggling any? We saw you pit really early during that first safety car.
I was struggling actually. I hate.
Was it tire temperature, or was it more of a wear thing?
Yeah, tire wear. I hate these tracks where tire wear is extremely high, like Mexico and this. I'm really bad. I don't have like any pace.
You know, it is a 5-mile track, so it is a pretty long lap. But you ended up managing everything well enough, stayed clean on penalties, and managed to come home at the moment in P3. So at least get some points in the bag, and whatever you want to call this championship, pushed by you. Yeah. Well, congratulations on P3. We'll move on to our favorite Kosh driver from Lebanon, Aboud. P2, absolutely wild race there. You pit with like 2 laps to go for a set of softs. You had P2 on track. Gave up the track position for a fresh set of tires. Ended up making your way back there, but didn't quite have a shot on forward by the end of the race. Do you think it was the right call to pit there?
First of all, I want to apologize to Vamo. I agree that was a bit aggressive, and that wasn't necessarily my intention, but I was just desperate for that track position. And then mid-apex, I had a half spin, so I had to correct it, but obviously Vamo was on my left, so I corrected into his direction, so I kind of pushed him off. But yeah, with regards to my strategy and my race, I mean, I wanted to pit just because I knew, like, for the majority of the race, forward was, even when he was in front of me, the gap was like hovering between 0.8 to like 1.4 seconds, and I wasn't close enough to overtake, so I didn't want to be stuck in that cycle, because I've been stuck in it for the past 2 safety car periods. So I wanted to try something different and just gamble. And I mean, initially I thought I made the wrong decision, but I tried pushing as hard as I can and being aggressive for the first time in my life, and I guess it kind of paid off, and I didn't necessarily lose anything, but at the same time, who knows? I'm not sure if I could have got the victory if I stayed out, because, as I said, when I was earlier in the race, I was still stuck behind him on mediums and was never close enough to overtake. So I wanted to try something different.
Yeah, I respect that. You didn't want to be in the DRS train, so why not gamble? You put on a show for us, that's for sure. Absolutely crazy last 2 laps there. We enjoyed every second of it. Let me see, I was going to ask you something else. Oh yeah, so you like dominated the whole first half of this race. And then the safety car, you kind of got behind it with pit strategy there. You pit under the VSC, while forward pit under the safety car, and came out ahead of you. We noticed, at least I did, that you were losing a lot of time through the middle sector. Were you running an extremely low downforce setup? Because you'd get to 0.8 by the time you reached the end of the Kimmel straight, and by the time you got back around for the end of the lap, it would be about 1.4 seconds, and you wouldn't quite get DRS.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know I was running such low wings, but I mean, I was running 6.4 wings.
Okay, wow. If you avoid death up Eau Rouge and Ratty with 4 on the rear wing, then more power to you. Why not run it? Well, congratulations on your P2. Is that your first podium this season?
No, it's my first podium this season and my second podium in Contest of Speed. Because my first podium was in AM2 Hungary on F1 2020. Which was,
wow.
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
So
Hungary season 7. Dude, I literally said that to myself when I didn't have my mic on. I said Hungary season 7. I remembered it somehow.
All right. Congratulations then. Everyone needs a good slump buster every once in a while. So congratulations. We'll move on to our victor this evening, winning on debut, EDA Forward 23, Michael
What's up,
Jordan.
guys?
Slam dunk victory there. I'm sure your teammate. I'm sure you were in communication with your teammate there.
Yeah, I was.
You know, he laid down his life for you to win this race. It was glorious to see. You know, Kitten Petter is my Gabby. All right, you know, he does it week in, week out. He lays down his life for me. So you know, it's nice to see. Yeah, you know, we need a good submissive teammate like that.
Yeah, we do.
So
Readable too.
congratulations.
Thank you.
So winning on debut in COS, did everything work out exactly how you planned it? Played the safety cars to perfection there.
Yeah, so, I mean, my goal was really just to stick to the strategy. I mean, I got pretty lucky with that, I think it was lap 7, lap 8 safety car, because there was a VSC right before that, and I was thinking I should go in. It was like lap 6, I think, but I decided to stay out just to kind of stick with the strategy, go lap 8, lap 9, and yeah, it just worked out really nicely, and, you know, I think I was running 6.4 wings as well, so I was really just trying to hold a gap and, you know, keep it clean throughout all of it. So I think I just had a pretty good race overall in terms of pace. I don't really think I'm generally that great around Spa, but yeah, I was pleasantly surprised after a bad start. So
yeah, I mean, you did what you needed to. You know, you don't win the race in turn 1. Gave up 2 spots to a dive bombing Shelly the turtle. No problem in, you know, yielding at the beginning of the race and then putting your foot down when it matters. Ended up, you know, getting away from everyone with that 2-lap sprint to go on the old mediums. Got enough of a gap to where those soft guys couldn't run you down. So congratulations on
your
debut.
Thanks.
Kitten, so you can wrap this one up. I don't know, like a teenager banging a hooker behind a pizza restaurant.
Somebody clip that.
Oh, good lord. Lots of twists and turns there. Kind of like the race today. It was a strategy battle. And quite frankly, I hope you guys watched that back. That was possibly, I'm going to say, race of the season, I think, here, at least on AM Tuesdays. That was a lot of fun to behold. A lot of stuff going on pretty much non-stop. And shout out to everybody who tuned in. I think we had over 20 people most of the time. Tons of comments as well. So shout out to everybody who watches it later as well. But yeah, next week we'll be once again in Hungary, home of Abood's first Contest of Speed podium about a calendar year and a half ago. And EU3 or EU2 will be racing tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern. AM1, if you want to watch me probably crash into 3 people that crashed in front of me, that'll be tomorrow night. Same place, same time here on the COS F1 channel, 9 p.m. Eastern. Then EU1 will be racing on Thursday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern. And then we'll be off next week to one of my favorite tracks. I love Hungary. But yeah, hopefully everybody enjoyed this. This was quite the interesting race. For the podium, Vamu Abood, first time race winner. EDA forward, my co-commentator Andy Wu, and everyone here at Contest of Speed. I'm Kitten Petter, and we'll see you when we see you sometime next week.